Hey guys, grumpy old problem solver coming at you today. You're looking at a Chinese Mosin Nagant. It's a Type 53. That was actually built in 1955. And these old 7.62 by 54 rifles, if you're looking for something short range, maybe turn it into a deer hunting rifle, this is a pretty good choice. I actually bought the rifle off a gun broker and the stock was all messed up anyway, so I decided to buy an Archangel stock, and it is a nice stock. It gives you a free floating barrel capabilities, also adjustable cheek piece, adjustable stock length. But what I've discovered is growing up in the 60s was a whole lot more fun than being in my 60s, so my eyes are starting to go. And I decided I wanted to put a scope on this Type 53. So you got to have a mount, and that Picatinny rail you're looking at actually came off of eBay. I think it was like 48 bucks for that. I'm not set up to do drilling and tapping anymore, so I took that rail over to my favorite gunsmith and had him mount that rail for me. 2 screws. Did a nice job. But you're getting the cart before the horse if you buy that rail, and I'm going to show you why. That's a bolt from a normal Mosin Nagant, a 9130. I've got 2 of those. I'm collecting them. And the bolt's straight. It's 90 degrees with the bolt itself. The handle, I'm saying, is 90 degrees. And what you're going to run into, you try and slide that in. Well, if your scope's mounted up here, bang, you're not going to be able to get the handle down. So, first thing you need to look for is a sniper body, and you can see the difference there. The sniper body, the bolt's pointed down instead of straight out. So now, when you take your sniper bolt body, you slide that in, see what happens. Now you can clear your scope. I'll set the scope on there and show you what I'm talking about. If you can't find one of those, don't even start this project. Don't waste your money on the rail, because you're not going to be able to use a standard Mosin Nagant bolt. So I'm just going to snug this up, and you can see now how much clearance we have. All kinds of clearance. So now when you're all the way up to actually engage the firing pin, you clear. Alright, second problem is this Picatinny rail, the way it comes, is too long. You're actually, when you try and slide the bolt forward, you're actually going to hit the back of that Picatinny rail. So what I had to do was take it out in my shop, and I cut about 1/8 of an inch off the length, sanded it down, give it a nice finish, and literally just took a black magic marker. It's just aluminum, doesn't cut hard. Just took a black magic marker and colored in the end. It looks just fine. So now my bolt clears the rail, my bolt clears the scope, and we should be in pretty good shape. Well, then we come to the next problem, and that being this rail and the scope sets so high above the center line of the bore that you can't adjust the scope down far enough to get down to actually meet the center line of the bore. What I'm saying is you're going to be shooting way high with this scope set up like it is. So how do we fix that? Well, you log on, I think I bought this from Amazon. and I think it might be easier to see in the package. That's actually a 25 MOA shim, and that shim fits between the scope mount and the scope. You just take the caps off, take the scope out, drop that shim down over the back, put everything back together, tighten it up, and then the next thing you're going to need is a bore sighter. What this does is it shoots a green laser out the end, and that end right there has got a taper on it and a magnet. So you just take that and you slide it in the bore, and the magnet catches, and then you look through your scope and you line that green dot up with the crosshairs of your scope, and you're good to go. Now this is a sight mark bore sighter, and I will tell you that this thing is a bit of a pain in the arse, because first, the magnet isn't near strong enough. When you stick it in the bore of the gun, it keeps wanting to fall out, and the switch on the side is way too loose. When you slide this in the case, it turns itself on, run your battery down, and that just, I think, is a poor design, and it could stand some improvement. So if you're looking to do this project, I hope I helped you head off some headaches. As far as liking and sharing, I don't care if you like it or not, but if you know somebody that is going to try and do this, maybe share this video with him, because this has turned into about a 2-week project, trying to get all the parts around and trying to figure out how to make all this fit. So, grumpy old problem solver signing off. We'll catch you next time.